What's up, my people? We're gonna get right into it. So today we're gonna talk about Oster. That was the blade cover. We're gonna talk about Oster Fast Feed Cordless. Last time we talked about the OG champion itself. Today we're gonna talk about the Cordless, what I love, what I don't love, what I expected, and what it actually was. Now, to be quite frank with you, this came out a few years ago. And as you know from my last video, if you did see it, I'm late to the party with the fast feed. I fell in love pretty much instantly with its strengths, and we're gonna go over the strengths and the weaknesses again in this video and some new stuff that I actually found out. But what did I tell you? In the last video, I said the Oster Fast Feed could be the Honda Civic of clippers, and I was correct. Now here's something crazy. There's a IG channel called King Clipper Mods, and they did a motor swap. They did a damn motor swap. They threw a rotary motor into the OG Fast Feed and made it cordless. That's something I want to explore later. I want to send this bad boy out to go rotary, and we'll see what that's all about. That sounds very JDM, very Honda Civic to me. The only thing I haven't seen is somebody actually tune up the power on the OG pivot motor. We'll see if that happens, but let's go right back on track. Oster Fast Feed Cordless, all right? I got this one pre-owned for $75 on OfferUp, and I think the MSRP right now is $160 or $170. I actually clicked on a link on Oster's official website that sent me to Walmart, to their website, so that's current, okay? So let's talk about the packaging first, all right? I was watching a review of this clipper on Cuts by Reggie's channel, and he was ripping this box apart saying it was so ugly and this and that, and you know what? I have to agree. The packaging is ugly, but I'm not the kind of guy that keeps boxes anyway. I throw things away, so I don't want to dwell too much on that. There's some basic information on this, on the packaging that says this thing goes from a 000 to a 1, yada, 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 90 minutes runtime, quiet motor, you know, just basic information. They really don't give you much statistics on here. They don't tell you the RPMs, the SPMs, none of that stuff. And to be honest with you, in this situation, it doesn't really matter. If you're looking for a high RPM motor, you know, this ain't it, but there's a specialty with this. This is a specialty tool in my opinion, and I'm gonna explain that. The main reason why I love the Oster Fast Feed is it is a champion at blending, especially when it's closed. You set that guideline and then you open it and you come up for the second one. They almost blend in together automatically. There's very little work with playing with the lever from just closed all the way and then open all the way. It's like magic if you guys have ever tried it. It's crazy. So I don't know a clipper that blends out that line as easy as this does. This is next level. Now, when I got this clipper, I was a little bit confused because when I used the blue jump off, I was getting that magic almost every single time with very, very few exceptions. And I thought there was something wrong with the fast feed, the cordless. I said, why isn't it hitting like the OG? And then I looked at the back blade, and the back blade had a code, and the code was 19913-80. So there it is on the screen. And then I went back over. Now this is the blade that came with the cordless. I've swapped them since then. I know that seemed a little confusing, I'm sorry. This was the blade that came with the black Oster Fast Feed. Now I believe it comes with the topaz version as well. Now don't think that this blade is just powder coated black. This is a different blade. This is the fine blade. So this is the blade that made Oster Fast Feed special and a legend in my opinion. This is the 913-50. This blade is a monster. Now, I know there's 3 different cordless fast feeds. There's the black jump off, there's the burgundy one, and then there's the blue one, which is technically for dog grooming, but that blue is fire. You know your boy gotta cop that blue one at some point in time. So you gotta look and see. I think each one comes with a different blade. So do your research. Now, I think that this blade might hit the blend action on certain types of hair. It could be a specialty blade for a certain type of hair. I haven't done enough haircuts yet to really break that down, what this blade is good for. So for now, for now until I get some more of those 913-50 blades, right? I'm gonna just leave this black one on the OG so I don't lose it, because the cutter is the same cutter, the top moving blade is the same, and the bottom blade right now we're gonna figure out what that's good for. It's not good for the general work that I've been doing. So that's the first thing. We're gonna talk about the blade. The blade is great. Like I said, it knocks the blend out. I don't wanna be too repetitive. I wanna talk about the color options, okay? Like I said, you got the burgundy, the black, and the blue. I think the blue should have been dropped for the barbers, like marketed towards the barbers, and then the burgundy, they should have just left that for the dog groomers and the animal groomers. So blue and the black should have been marketed towards the barbers, but that's all said and done. They made that mistake. I feel that was a mistake, and I think a lot of people were not feeling that burgundy color. Now, back in the days, barber equipment was as boring as can be, but nowadays, everything's coming out with multiple swappable lids and this and that. So that's something that they need to consider, jumping on the bandwagon of having things customizable. And I think the blue and the black look dope. I mean, look at all this chrome. Like, it looks dope with the black housing, right? So that's it. That's all I want to say as far as colors. It's all a preference, but let's be honest, the burgundy is dated, but the blue and the black are official. So definitely look into that. So we talked about blades, we talked about color. Let's talk about the look. All right. Now this is pretty much the only place I would say where Oster made a mistake, because I don't think the packaging is something that you could really fault them on. This goes in the trash. We're not gonna hold this against them, all right? But next time, go take a look at Stylecraft's packaging. It looks official, all right? No more of this. All right, so now we're gonna talk about the look. Now, in my opinion, this is just an opinion, you know, looks is something that's very, it's an opinionated thing. Now, I think this looks beautiful. Even in the burgundy, even in the black topaz, this is a good looking clipper. I like the way that the level looks. I like the simplistic design. I like the little faceplate. I think everything on this is a knockout. This looks good. And I think this is like almost 100-year-old design on this right here, right? So this and the Andis Master are some damn good looking clippers, because I mean, they just did it right. This ain't so good looking, but it ain't bad looking either. My initial thoughts was, why is it so big? And if it's big, I bet it's gonna be heavy. Well, it's not heavy. It's not heavy at all. It was actually a lot lighter than I thought it was gonna be. So the weight is not a problem at all. Somebody took my digital scale with them. I would have waited for you guys. Maybe I'll throw that footage in later. The weight is not the issue, despite the size. But after I opened this up, remember I copped this pre-owned, so I went inside and I saw that every single inch of real estate inside of this housing was used. So yes, the engineers needed to fill all this up. You got the battery down here, you know, you got the pivot motor right here, and everything that you need in there. So really, the real estate inside was done quite well. It actually looks really, really, really like state-of-the-art engineering, to be honest with you. And so I get it. It's functional, it's still comfortable. You hold it a little bit different, it feels a little bit different, but it's in the ballpark, so it's okay. So that, as far as the looks go, the old one looks better, but you're not cutting hair for the look of the clipper, you're cutting it for the functionality. And I think that's where this really impressed me, because it's exactly the same. I really honestly can't tell you that the performance on the corded clipper is better or worse. It's exactly the same in my opinion. So that, I gotta give them a huge big thumbs up for keeping it real, like close to the OG feel. Like, I would say out of these clippers, like, this one actually is a great heir to the throne. I gotta give them the credit on that. Now, with that being said, I want to say this. I want to transition into a different thought. Let's talk about the lever. The lever is the subject of controversy with this clipper. Now, the box says 000201. That's what we know it to be, right? So for all of you new people out here, these clippers, this and the masters goes from 000, then you have the OA and you got the 1 and all those little places in between. So you get 3 levels, right? With the wall system, you get 2. You might have a 40 and a 50 or a 000 and a half, you know, but these are 3. But Oster did something crazy. I never expected this. Your boys at Oster actually changed the game. And in order for me to actually explain this, you gotta look at this. So here's the OG fast feed, right? So I'm gonna try to go as close as possible so it could actually focus. Here it is closed, okay? Look carefully at where the blade ends, right at that little lip right there. And when it opens, close. Now take a look at the fast feed. Okay. Here it is closed. This is the end of the lip right here. If it goes any further, the moving blade is gonna fall into this and it's gonna be out of whack and it's not gonna work. It goes so close to that ridge and it pulls all the way back. Now, people were complaining about this. What they were saying was that the cordless fast feed opens up too much. I understand what they're saying, but look at what Oster did. Everybody on the internet seems to be swapping out the top blade that comes, the moving blade that comes with the fast feed for a blade from a detachable in order to zero gap it. So what they went and did was this. They said, all right, you guys don't want to modify the tension spring where you cut a little bit of the tension spring and then you slide that up. On the OG I'm speaking of, people were complaining about modifying it in order to zero gap it. So they were dropping in the detachable moving blade. They actually thought about this, and I gotta give them all the credit. They set it like the master, where you just loosen these 2 blades and you just push it down a little bit and then it'll zero gap it. So here's the thing. They gave you a little extra play as well. So with that being said, you can zero gap it with the stock blade, that's exactly what this is, the blade that came with it, but zero gap by just moving the bottom blade, and you get all that range. So now you have a 50 to a 1, which is a lot of distance. I've been saying that since the last video, but this actually has even more range. So I like doing a lot of work without a guard. So this is something I'm crazy about. Now, I saw on the same review that I heard that I was talking about earlier, not to bash this brother, not to bash him, I saw a few reviews. I saw his review and I saw Chris Bassio's review. They were all reviews, but I just wanted to see what other people felt about it, right? So they were talking about that it opens up too much, but I think it's genius, to be honest with you, because here's the thing. They were saying that they didn't like that, but if I grab, this is a ceramic 22 tooth blade from Temu, but you can grab any blade from any of the detachables from what I think it's a number 1 is what they recommend. But if you grab this and you pop this on there, instead of using the moving blade that this cordless fast feed came with, and you move the blade up, not down, you're gonna get less range of motion, and the less range of motion seems to be what people want. So all you gotta do is make a quick ceramic blade swap in just to restrict the larger throw. You guys following me? I know you guys following me. So, you know, that's a solution for somebody that doesn't want that much range of motion. Just drop in one of these blades. But I actually like that. To each his own, right? To each his own. Now I'm gonna talk about the guards for the fast feed cordless. It does come with these black guards. This is the blending guard. I wish they really just wrote 1/16 on it. I have no clue why they write blending. Oster, what's up? Come on, family, come on. So you just slide it on and you get busy, baby. You get busy. There's your 1/16, all right? Now let's show you a speedo guide. Now the speedo guides, I'm gonna tell you right now, no bueno. Every time you have a Speedo guide on, when they clip that little lip, they always seem to fall inside and they're pretty much unusable. So no Speedo guides, all right? Let's talk about double magnetic and its guards. Yes, sir. They fit quite well. They look good on this, the black and purple. I've always been a fan of black and purple. I think it looks dope. And there's a lot of that stuff in my shop that's black and purple. The next one we're going to talk about is my personal favorite for this clipper, and it's the Easy Clips double magnetic universal guards. They fit wonderful, and that looks even more awesome than the double magnetic purple. So guards, yeah, either double magnetic. The stock blades are not great, but I do like that blending guard. The other ones I really don't mess with too much. What's the last thing I want to tell you guys about this? Yeah, really, I think I hit every single different subject that I wanted to talk about. I do want to cop the blue one. I do want to get a blade that I saw on Amazon. They had a gold blade. It's not an official Oster blade, but it's the same 913-50. I think it's $21. While we talking about Amazon, there was a flash sale on the Andis Master Fade blade for 20 flat. I should have already bought that. I was sleeping on that deal. So if you catch this right away, go check that out. Yeah, that's it, my people. Oster Fast Feed Cordless, definitely a cop. Definitely a cop. So this is Ken, and the Andis Master is Ryu. You know, like, these are champions in the game. And I just want to talk about one thing real quick. You have the OG3. You have the Andis, Wall, and you have Oster. These are the three companies that pretty much gave us barbering. A lot of this stuff was made in America for many, many years. And clipper like the Fast Feed or the Master or even the Senior, these clippers are almost 100 years old. These are the OG3. Yes, that's right. That's right. You can't disrespect these companies at all. No way, homie. So even though they didn't exactly give us what we wanted, we got what we needed. And I would say that this is definitely going to be 100% staple on my station. I'm probably, with the hair that's problematic to blend, I'm coming right in with this for the skin fades. And then I'm jumping back to my Masters somewhere around a 1.5 or 2. But most of the time, I'm a Masters guy, but this bad boy gets me out of a lot of trouble. What I've seen is most effective on is like, just that hair that just gives you that stubborn line to fade out, you know? Those are the guys that I'll break this out on. Break this out with. Right, so now it's time for the weigh-in. That's right. So off camera, O said that he thought that you said you thought the cordless was heavier before. Yeah, he thought the cordless was heavier, and I think the cordless. I think the other way around. So let's start with the cordless. The cordless is weighing in at 11.46 ounces. And just so brothers and sisters can see at home, let's get that on camera so you know I'm not telling you a tall tale. All right. Now we're gonna try the corded OG. Yeah, 11.46. And this is 14.84. So the corded is heavier. So for the same performance and a lighter weight, you know, it looks like the Fast Feed Cordless is winning. Now we're gonna move on to the caliper test. It's quicker. All right, my people, so Brother O found the app that we needed to measure the speed. So we're gonna start with the OG and we're gonna compare it to the new joint. So let's be quiet so it drops to 0.
Let's do it again. You have to be in front of the phone. Sound waves.
it's coming out at 33,633. But
If you talk, it goes louder. So if you stay quiet,
so it's about 35,000 to 36.
Yeah, 36.33. That's
yes,
it.
yes. So now let's do the cordless. The cordless is right here. So let's check this down. I remember.
$36.33 keeps on popping up.
36.33. So it turns out that these two clippers are actually the same speed. Unbelievable. That's crazy. That's actually a pretty damn good accomplishment if you ask me, and they felt the same speed and they actually. So guys, in my next video, I'm gonna finally get back to the Andis Master. I have some really cool stuff to show you. I got a powder coated Andis Master housing that I sent out. I'm gonna keep the color a secret right now, but we're gonna get to that. I'm gonna show you ceramic blades from eBay versus ceramic blades from Andis themselves. I'm going to talk to you about how to tune it up. I'm gonna show you how to do a motor swap. I'm gonna show you all that, because even though your boy loves fast feed and it feels like that's all I've been talking about, I've always and always will be the Andis Master guy first. This is second place. Close second, don't sleep. I'm gonna give Oster their credit, and they definitely deserve it. But I'm Team Andis first and foremost. It is what it is, man. But yeah, we gonna talk some masters, right? All right, my family. I'm doing great, thank God. I'm wishing the best for you guys. I am exhausted, guys. I'm a father. I have a 1-year-old at home, and I don't get a lot of sleep. So if I stuttered a little bit or I look a little tired, that's what's going on in my personal life, plus running the shop. And it gets to be a lot, and that's why I haven't dropped one in a minute. But I did not forget you guys, and I won't forget you guys, because we need each other, right? So appreciate the comments. Your boy Drew Santana's out. I think at this point your boy's rambling. Peace. I feel like Kmart Jim Jones. Do you guys want to see Old Soda Bar review on the new NitroFlex pre-workout? Drop it in the comments, and we'll have Oso do that on his channel. He'll get my Chinese food, the complete opposite of healthy living. But you gotta live too, right?